Investment scams, schemes, identity theft. Are you able to spot fraud when it shows its face? Here with some smart steps to take when considering your investments to help make some smart decisions is Michael Herndon. He's Consumer Outreach Officer with U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Michael, good morning.
Good morning.
What kind of investment fraud scams should we be aware of? It seems like these days, now more than ever before, the scams are just higher and more prevalent. What should we be looking out for?
There's a scam that we see over and over, and it's an age-old scam, Ponzi schemes. That's what we see most at the CFTC. And that's where somebody comes along and says, I've got this great opportunity for you. You can't lose. Get in today. And so you decide to invest. And you may even actually get an account statement for a few months or maybe in a few years. You may get a few payments from this person. But then at some point, these schemes collapse, and what they're doing is just taking your own money, giving you a little bit of it back to make you think these are the payments and the returns they've promised. What they've done is taken the rest of it and gone off and had a great time, so that when these schemes collapse because they can't keep up with those payments, then the money's gone, and these people are out of luck, sadly.
Wow, I mean, that sounds pretty scary. What do we need to do to make sure that we don't fall victim to something like this?
So fraud is a really big problem. In my agency, we've seen about, over the last few years, 30,000 victims who lost up to $1 billion. But there's some ways to prevent that. One is to make sure that that person you're dealing with in any investment situation is properly registered. Almost always, in almost all instances, that person needs to be registered in some capacity with an official authority. And most of the fraud that we see is among people who are not registered. So be sure you get the registration check. And also, if they're saying things like, it's a guaranteed investment, there's no way you can lose money, I've got a system that can't lose, that's a big red flag. And also, if they're pressuring you, if they're saying things like, it's a limited opportunity, you got to get in today, there's only 2 slots left. They're just trying to get you to sign on the dotted line to get you in and take your money.
Wow. So maybe a good rule of thumb, if it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is.
Yes, that is. We actually like to use a little phrase, if it sounds too good to be true, you might be dealing with an amateur fraudster. These guys are good. This is their job. They're professionals, so they can probably make it look pretty real, but there's some signs that you can help you, detect it.
All right. Well, you have something called Smart Check, which actually benefits investors. Explain how that works.
Smart Check is a campaign we've just recently launched. We've put together a website. On that site, we've got a collection of databases that we've housed together for you. So like when we said to do that background check, we've try to make it as easy as possible and said, here are the ones you need to check. Here's what those results mean. Here's what the information is about. And as well, we've put together some news and tips that might help you with investment information. And also some videos that I think are really interesting is that they let you experience what a fraudulent pitch might be like if you were in getting the pitch. And you get to make some decisions, decide if you want to be in or not. And so that if one of them would come along someday that is a real fraud pitch, you might have seen it. Hey, I recognize this. I already know what this sounds like, and be able to avoid it.
Well, we certainly appreciate you keeping our investments safe, especially during this time of the year. Is there a website where we can get more information about all of this, Michael?
It's smartcheck.cftc.gov.
Michael, thank you so much. It was so great having you on the show this morning.
Thank you.
And we're going to have more on this segment posted to our website. Just go to fox4morningblend.com.
It's been said that music is the universal language of mankind, and up next, we help find world peace through music.